All right. Good morning, sixth graders. It is Tuesday, May 26th. I hope you had a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. We got some grilling in, so that was fun. All right, we are in our last week of school. For math, today we have week 4, day 2, and it says if our class was the world. Okay, there are 7.4 billion people in the world. If the whole world were represented by a 30-person class. All right, first off, let's see what 7.4 billion looks like. Okay, so 7.4 billion would look like this. 7 billion 400 million. These are all zeros. There. All right, that's 7.4 billion. 7 billion 400 million is what, this is what 7.4 billion looks like. They do this to shorten it, okay? 7 and 4, 7.4 billion, okay? All right, so if the whole world, okay, so if 14 people would eat rice as their main food in a 30-person class, if 14 did, how many didn't? Well, we're just going to go over here and make this 30 for our class size, which is the whole world, of course, minus 12. Oh no, I'm sorry, we're up here at 14, sorry. Minus 14, so we borrow. Oops. You can tell I haven't done this in a few days. 10 take away 4 is 6. 2 take away 1 is 1. So if we had 14 in our class out of 30 eat rice, all we do to find out how many won't eat rice is 30 take away 14. Okay, 12 people would be under the age of 20. All right, so 12 people. Oh, for goodness sake, just pick one. Okay, so this one's going to be 12 people. This is a little tricky, this one. Don't put it over 20. That's the age that they're less than. How many are in the whole class? 30. So 12 over 30. Now, they want to know oh wait, no, I put, this was our information up here. This 16, sorry about this, guys. This 16 was an answer to this question. Okay, this is just the information they're giving us. Okay, so now we're on number 2. And it said, I don't know which one I picked, 12 over 30. So what percentage of the people in the class would be under the age of 12? 20. So here we have to find the percentage, we have to do 12. Remember, this is a division problem, divided by 30. Okay. All right, so we're going to have to add a decimal and some zeros. Okay, bring up this decimal. So, how many 30s are in 120? Well, you can think how many 3s are in 12. We know that's 4. So if there's 4 3s in 12, there's probably 4 30s in 120. So 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 3 is 12. Okay, draw your line, bring down your 0. These are all zeros from subtracting. Now, how many 30s are in 0? 0. All right, so this is a decimal, And the way we change a decimal to a percent is we move the decimal place over 2 places like this and put a percent sign. So what percentage of the people in the class are under 20? 40%. Okay? All right. So now let's look at this one. Based on the number of people in the class representing people from Africa, how many people live in Africa? All right. Well, first we have to find the percentage. So we're going to put 5 over 30. And that's a division problem, right? So, oops. So we're going to do 5 divided by 30. All right, we're going to have to add decimals. A decimal and some zeros. Okay, so how many 30s are in 50? 1. 1 times 30 is 30. Then we're going to subtract. 5 take away 3 is 2. 0, and bring down our 0. How many 30s are in 20? Well, there's around 6 3s in 20. So how many 30s are in 200? We're going to say 6. So 6 times 30 is 180. You see that? 6 times 0 is 0, and 6 times 3 is 18. All right, so we're going to do this again, and this is what it will always be, so we can stop in a minute. We're going to add one more 0. 6 times 3 is 180. See, every time this is going to be 200 minus 80, and then we bring down another 0, and then we have this up here. Okay, so there's that. So to make this decimal a percent, we have to move the decimal point over 2 places, and we've got 16.66%. So what we can do is round this off though. So we can look at this number, and then we look to the right, and if this is 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, then this can go up to 7. Okay, so our final percentage is 16.7%. Okay, all right, we're not done yet. That was our first step to finding out, based on the number of people in the class, how many people live in Africa. Now we have to change this into how many people. 5 in the class, but how many people in the world, 7.4 billion, live in Africa. So we have to take 7.4 billion and multiply it by 16.7%. But actually, we need to go back and do it over as a decimal. So let me show you what we have to put. Okay, instead of a percent, this is the percentage, but we have to change it back to a decimal in order to do this last step. Okay, so let's get rid of that. So we have 16.7%, which we have to make a decimal again. So 0.167. So we're going to take 7,400,000,000 times 0.167. Okay, let's take a look. Oh, I did not do that right. I need 3 more zeros. Oh my goodness. Oh no, I can't erase it. All right, So 7,400, and then 6 zeros. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, if you have a calculator, times 0.167. Now you can do this math, that's not a problem, but if you have a calculator and you put these in, let's see what we would get. All right, hold on and let me clear this. So we have 7,400 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 0.167. 0.167 equals, okay, we get as an answer 1,235,800,000. Okay. Okay. So we're going to shorten it. Well, it's okay. And put it like that. So look, if we look here at this 3, it's lower than 5, so we're going to keep the 2. We're just rounding, okay? So here we would say 1.2 billion because we're rounding. Remember, when we round this, we have to look at this. If it's a 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, we would round this up to 3. But if it's under 5, we keep it at 2. So our answer to that one is going to be 1.2 billion. Now, you can write it this way, or you can just write it like this number right here. 1,235,800,000. It doesn't say to round it, so you would be perfectly fine to put this, or you can round it to 1.2 billion. Okay? All right, let's move on. All right. So decimal division directions, using the digits 0 through 9 without repeating any digits, find the quotient closest to 1. Okay. All right. Okay, so we're going to use pretty high decimals here. Okay. So if you had, let's say 7. Okay, so let me explain. So, you know, in order for a number to be equal to 1, you know, you could have 2 over 2, and that's equal to 1, right? You could have 7.38 over 7.38, and that's equal to 1, right? So we're going to get closest to a number, but we can't make it exact because we can only use these digits one time, okay? So we can't put 7.38 divided by 7.38. We have to use these digits only once, okay? So that's why it says closest to 1, but we're not going to make it exactly 1. But if you think of money, let's say if you thought of money, let's say you thought of, $6.98 is close to 7 whole dollars, isn't it? Okay. Now, if you're shooting for 7, okay, you could put the 7 here and even use something as small as you can 0.01. So look how close. That's really, really close to 1. You can use that one if you like. All right, climbing the steps of El Castillo. Chichen Itza was a Mayan city in what is now Mexico. Okay, the picture below shows El Castillo, also known as the Pyramid of Kukulkan, which is a pyramid located in the ruins of Chichen Itza. Sorry if I'm butchering this, but okay. Wait a minute, where's the temple? Huh, I don't, the picture below, there's no picture, so let's see, we'll have to draw the picture. The temple at the top of the pyramid is approximately 24 meters above the ground, and there are 91 steps leading up to the temple. How high above the ground would you be if you were standing on the 50th step? Temple at the top of the pyramid. All right, so let's see. Here's our pyramid. All right, guys, we're going to just kind of roughly draw a pyramid. You guys, I know, will do a better job than me because I'm not a very good drawer. I know Ramel knows this very well, that I'm not a very good drawer, but you guys are. So let's see. Okay, so if we were going to draw a pyramid, this is just a, okay, so, oops, where's my marker? Okay. I may even just have it look kind of like a triangle because I really can't do a pyramid very well. So there's the top of the pyramid, and we're going to come down. All right, that's pretty good for a pyramid. I know you guys, I can see Ramel laughing right now, but okay. All right, so we find out that this pyramid is 24 meters high. Okay. All right. And then we have steps going up to the pyramid. And again, these aren't going to be great either, but let's see. So these are steps, you know, going up to the pyramid. You get the idea. All right, so I'm not putting exactly 91 here. Oops. Here we're going to go. Anyway, there's 91 steps. All right, so let's see. How high above the ground would you be standing on the 50th step? Okay, well, guys, we're just going to kind of round off. This is about 100. 50th would be about right in the middle, about. So what is, it's probably a little more than a half because it's not quite 100. So 50th step would be a little more than half. So what's half of 24? We know is 12. So let's just go a little more than half of 24. So I'm going to just say about, and when we don't have an exact answer, we say about, and we will say about, I don't know, 13. This is meters, so I'd say about 13 or 14 meters above the ground would be the 50th. About 13 meters. And all we did, guys, is this is the height of this is 24. They tell us that it's 91, so if 50 is more than half of this would be about 45 and a half. So really, I probably should have drawn it up here just a tad, little tiny bit higher, so it's more than half of 24. Okay, so I'm going to say about 13 meters because that's more than half of 24 meters. All right, guys, that's it for today. We'll see you tomorrow.